In this video, I'm going to show you how to create local variables in your Figma project and design your UI 10x faster. You are going to learn how to set up dark mode and light mode, so you don't have to redesign every UI elements manually for each mode. I'll also show you how to create responsive desktop and mobile sizes for all elements, which will save you hours of work. Then we are going to use variable for typography, colors, corner radius and more. I will keep this video short and simple, so you are going to learn everything very fast. Let's get started. Okay, to create variable, first click on any empty area of your page. Then you will see this variable setting. Click on this setting icon. Let me make it bigger. Now click here to create a collection. I'm going to name it primitive. Here we will keep all of our base elements like colors, spacing, numbers and more. So first click here and select color. I'm going to name it white. Also select the color white. Then right click and create group. I'm going to name it colors. Then press shift enter to duplicate it. Name it black and change the color to black. I'm just adding random colors for this specific UI. For a real project, first you have to find colors, then save everything with clear naming. For now, I'm just adding colors like white, black, blue, purple, so we can edit this pricing card. Next, we will create our spacing values like 4, 8, following 4-point grid system. So first click on all, click here, now select number. Name it 0, the value will be 0. Duplicate it by pressing shift enter. Name 1, value will be 4. Because we are following 4-point grid system. In the same way, duplicate it multiple times and name everything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the value will be multiples of 4 like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. For now, I am just adding a few numbers. But for a real project, you may have to add up to hundreds. Now select everything while pressing shift, create a new group and name it spacing. We just created our first step. We are not going to use these values on UI because we will create another collection for tokens. So click on this plus icon, name it tokens. Here we will define everything including button colors, background colors, spacing tokens and more. So click on this plus icon, select color, name it BG primary. I'm going to use it for primary color. Then instead of selecting new color, I'm going to reference it to the previous color we set. So this is the power of component. Here we can reference one element to another. So in the future, if a client want to change the white to creamy, we don't have to manually change all the elements that used white. We can just change the white color to creamy and all the UI elements and properties will be changed automatically. So always use variable instead of styles. So this primary color will be for background. So in the same way, I'm going to define some other tokens like text color, button label color, primary text color, secondary text color. Again, this is not the right way for big project. I am just adding these shortcut colors for only this project, so you can understand how to add them. Now select all the colors, create a new group and name it colors. Then select all, click here and select number. Now we will define spacing tokens. So the first one will be spacing extra small and reference it to the spacing numbers we previously selected. In the same way, I'm going to select multiple spacing values like extra small, medium, large, extra large and reference value to the previous spacing values. Now select all of these spacing tokens, create a new group and name it spacing. So our token for colors and spacing is done. Now it's time to add them to the UI elements. First I'm going to add colors to all of these text and buttons. As you can see, when I hover over the color, the name of the tokens is showing. So I can easily select the color. Now let me tell you something. If I select the same black color for the body text as well, it won't be good for hierarchy. So I'm going to add one more token for body text. This is very easy. I will just decrease the opacity. And as you can see, it's automatically updated. In the same way, I'm going to add all these elements to the colors. Okay, now you know how to apply colors to any elements. Let me show you how to add spacing values we just created. So let's select this auto layout. As you can see, the gap is now 4. If I click on this drop down and go to variable, I can select our spacing variables. As you can see, it's changing based on our size. In the same way, I'm going to select another one and apply variable. Not only gap, we can add it to padding as well. Now let me show you how to set up variable for corner radius. So go here, select token, click on all, create a new number variable, name it radius small. You can type a custom value or you can reference to the previous number we set. For now, I am going to select these spacing values. In the same way, I am going to create some more variables for corner radius like small, medium, large, and create a new group, name it radius. Now select the main frame. If you go here, click variable, you will find the radius we just created. We can change different sizes. In the same way, I am going to add corner radius to the button as well. Now let me show you quickly how to set up dark mode and light mode so that the text color and background color will automatically change. To do that, go to setting, select color, click on this plus icon to create a new mode. I am going to name it dark and the first one will be light. Now I will just change colors in the dark mode. Like I want the background to be black and the text color will change from black to white. Okay, let's test it. If I select the frame, I will get a new option to change between light and dark mode. And it will automatically change all the colors. Using the same mode feature, you can set up desktop and mobile responsiveness. I will show you how. First we have to set up font and font sizes. Then you can easily understand how it works. First, create a new collection for typography. Click on this plus icon. This time select string. Name it heading 1 or h1 or whatever naming styles you use. Then type the font name. Make sure the font name is correct. Otherwise it won't work. I am going to use Inter for h1 and Roboto for h2 and Instrument Serif for h3. I have selected different fonts so you can easily understand the difference. I am going to create a new group with this and name it family. Then we will create another group for font weight. So click here, select string and name it like regular. Value will be also regular. Medium, value will be medium. You can also use alias of this like font weight 700, 600. But I think this one is very easy to understand. Then select everything, create a new group and name it weight. Then we will create another group for font sizes. This time we will use numbers. I'm going to name it like small, medium, large and type values like 16, 20 or you can reference to the spacing system we created. Then select everything, create a new group and name it size. Now just select a text, click here, click on variable and you will be able to select variables we created. In the same way we can add font weight variable. Click on variable and select the variable you want. Then click on size, click variable and choose the size you want. Now I'm going to set all the text to the variables. Now let me show you how to set up variable for mobile so that it will automatically jump from desktop to mobile. So click on this plus icon to create a new mode. I'm going to name it mobile and the first mode will be desktop. Now I will just decrease the spacing value here because usually small devices need smaller font size compared to desktop. Now to test it, I'm going to take a mobile frame, add a fill color. I'm going to duplicate all the text and bring it here. Now if I switch to mobile, as you can see, the font size automatically changed. Of course, all the sizes are not actually correct. I just added random numbers so you can see the changes. I hope now you know the basics of variable. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.